Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Boxing Authorities. Joining me, as always, Luther Dupree Jr. and what's your name again? Smoking Jim Frazier, the best, the two best. I'm not even going to say the names anymore. I'm just going to say the best because they are the best. And my name is Claudio Relsano. We got a fun show for you today, as we always do, but today maybe a little special. We're going to have some fun here today with some different lists. First of all, the top 10 pound for pound. Everybody always talks about pound for pound. Today's best pound for pound, and it's going to be fun listening to this guy, and maybe me too. Luther, start it up.
Wow. Now, we're going all in order, or are we going, this is my number 10 guy?
This is your number 10 guy. Yep.
All right.
All the way down, all the way to 1.
All right. Number 10, I got Vasily Lomachenko. Listen, this guy, he just had a great fight against Nakatani.
You're giving Lomachenko credit.
Oh,
all right.
I always give him credit, but I don't
right.
put him in the greatest of greats like you guys do. He's very good. He's a very good fighter, very exciting. He showed some knockout power. He just punished Nakatani a couple weeks ago. I got him number 10. Very exciting, power in both hands, great amateur career, and he came up getting championship fight after championship fight. Moved him right, because he was older, but they moved him right, and he's definitely a top 10 guy. Next, I have Devin the Dream Haney. Listen, this guy is so good. Nobody wants to fight him. Everybody's ducking him. He's the real WBC champ. He should have got a chance to fight Vasily or Fimo Lopez. But listen, he's skilled. You can't hit him. He's improving his power. He just beat another game fighter. And he's a solid guy. Right now, he's a free agent. He didn't re-up with DAZN. Now he is right now the hottest fighter on the market right now. He could fight at ESPN. He could fight at Fox. He can do pay-per-view. He can go back to DAZN. Very tremendous, exciting fighter.
Spending a lot of time on number 9.
Hey, he's a beast. Listen, he might be the future.
Do you like that, though?
What?
He's a free agent. He gets to pick and choose.
I think so, because now people could say, oh, well, he's on that side of the street. I'm not going to fight him. Okay. He's on that side. Now he's on any street you want. He can fight you. Whether you fight on ESPN with Top Rank or Showtime with PBC, he can fight you. I love it. I love the move. He was making great money with, I'm getting like, Smoker Jim with the pocket watching. Great money with DAZN, but he wants the big fights, and now he can go wherever. Next, I have a young guy. This guy is something special. Jerron Boots Enos. People say I have him too high on this list already. He is tremendous. He reminds me of a young Roy Jones. I think we got some clips of Jerron Enos. Listen, man, this guy is exciting. From Philly, we saw him when he was an amateur gym with the Golden Gloves. He's just got better and better. Great body punching.
Still look like an amateur.
No, amateur. This guy's amazing out there. Okay, let's see it. I'm calling it right now. He will be the undisputed at welterweight. And he will be undisputed at 150. And he will be undisputed at 160 possibly if he gets that high.
Listen, and he's going to fight Anthony Joshua. And he's going to fight
This guy's
Fury.
amazing.
He's going to beat them all.
Hating? We watched him as a young guy when we covered the Golden Gloves. Look at that, the speed, the body punching.
Has he fought enough good opponents yet to warrant those?
I'm putting him in there just on talent alone. Boots Enos. Next, I have another guy who's really talented, Shakur Stevenson.
That guy he just beat right there. Right? Okay.
Shakur Stevenson, 126-pounder, already a 2-time champ. He might get unified with Herring in the next couple of weeks, or Oscar Valdez. Nothing but speed. Excellent boxer. A boxer doesn't have a lot of great power, but you can't hit him. You can't hit him, Jim. You can't hit him, Jim. Great jab, good body work. And his power's still coming. It's still developing.
Young
guy.
Howard Davis.
Next guy, Josh Taylor. I have number 6. This guy just unified the 140-pound division the first time since Bud Crawford left it. Josh Taylor, I think we have clips on him just knocking guys out. He was in the tournament, beat a Regis Pro great body work. You know, good hand speed. He moves enough. He's just a solid guy. I think he's very, very underrated. Listen, good size for 140. This fight against O'Hara Davis.
He got a black name.
Josh Taylor got skills. Look at the body. Look at the head movement.
The way he goes now. That's right.
Look at the body movement. Boom. You can't hit him. You know, he has a great guard, good speed. Look at that. Just a jab will take you out. Brought the guy down to one knee. I love I love his skills. I love his competition. Regis Prograde, then jumped right in. He fought Jose Ramirez, punished him, knocked him down 2 and 3 times. Look at the defense. You can't even hit this guy. I love his style. I love what he brings to the table. They're talking about he might fight Bud Crawford next. I think that might be a little too much for him, but I think it would be an exciting fight. Number 5, I have Fimo Lopez. Fimo.
Who you've been ripping on the past
No.
week. That's all right.
No, I didn't rip on him. I said he needs to fight Devin Haney because Devin Haney has the WBC. But this guy, nothing but power. Look at that. You see the punch and you see something fly out of his mouth. Look at that. Great speed. He had Lomachenko scared to fire a punch for 6 rounds. He had that Mike Tyson intimidation. Look at that left hand.
Nice.
I mean, just an incredible athlete. You know, unfortunately, he also
that guy is slow.
He also had a guy. You know, he had to cancel a fight for COVID. He was going to knock out Kambosos, but we're also going to get to see a rematch with him and Lomachenko. Great celebration, very exciting. I mean, look at the power, speed in both hands. I can't wait for him and Devin Haney to fight him and Gervonta Davis to fight. This guy's incredible. Look at the power. Look at the power. And he's a celebrator.
That guy started counting.
Again, a guy's unconscious head up, but the referee cancels it. Really, very exciting fighter. Number 4, I got Bud Crawford, Terrence Crawford. Listen, this guy is exciting. Here you see, this is against Gamboa when Gamboa was supposed to be one of the Hall of Fame guys. He hurt Crawford earlier, and Crawford just came back and punished the man. This is at 135. He was unified at 140 before he came up. Unified at 135. He's a tremendous fighter, power in both hands. You hit him, he comes back. Look at the power.
You know this only an hour show, don't you?
Oh, hey, listen, it's not an hour,
45
but I'm into it. All right,
minutes.
at number 3, I just had to get my boy Bud Crawford in there. Number 3, I got Gervonta Davis. He is an exciting fighter. He's the most exciting fighter in sports today. Listen, power in both hands. He jumped up 2 weight divisions from 130 to 135, now 140 and got a belt. He fought a guy that could have fought at middleweight. This guy was like 6 feet, and all he did was hit him. How are you 5'5" and you hit a guy 5'11" with an overhand right and almost took his head off? This guy is special, and I'm telling you guys, we haven't even seen the best of him because he can box just like Floyd Mayweather, but he has power. Number 2, I got Jermell Iron Man Charlo. He's going to be undisputed in a couple weeks. His resume, he fights in 154. That's the most stacked division in boxing today. They all fight each other. And Jermell Charlo has knocked out everybody. Body shots.
He got a loss?
He got a loss.
Tony Harrison, I got it right.
I think he beat Tony Harrison that first fight, but the second fight, he made sure there were no questions and knocked him out. Knocked him out cold. The referee had to save his life in there. Number 1, I got the truth. Nothing. He's unbreakable. Errol Spence Jr.
Wait a minute.
Errol Spence is number 1.
Do you have I didn't hear Canelo.
Listen.
I didn't hear Fury.
Let me finish talking about Errol Spence. Errol Spence, the truth, body shot, everything. Listen, this guy is tremendous. He's going to go down in history when he beats Manny Pacquiao. He's going to end the legend. Listen, I told you guys before, I'm going to tell you again, it is going to be a repeat of Sugar Ray Leonard versus terrible Terry Norris. He is going to punish the old man and send him into retirement.
How about their prime? How about Manny's prime? Who do you have?
Well, we're not talking about the prime.
I'm just saying.
I think Errol's that good. I think he could beat him.
Wait,
at
you don't have
147.
Canelo in there.
Listen,
you don't have Fury in there.
Anybody who has failed a test is not on my list. That's why if they're not on my list, it's either because they failed a test
if they didn't take the test yet?
Is that why you only got 1 Charo on there?
No, I got Jermell Charlo on there is because he is about to be unified, undisputed champion at 154. It's never been done in history. And again, my list does not include anyone who's failed a test or anyone who has questions about PED use.
Or anybody that dyed their hair blonde.
All right, that's my list. I'm sticking to it.
That's the end of our show. Thank you for tuning in to the Boxing Authority. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Jim, go ahead.
All right.
10A.
I'll be quick.
Yeah, right. That's
number
never
10 is a guy that Luther already mentioned, and I got to agree with him. He got to be in the top 10, Earl Spence.
Ooh, that's so low. Disgusting.
Number 9 is a 3-time world champion in the Japanese division. I'll spell his name. Noyainoue. I really like
M-O-U-S-E.
What is that, an alphabet soup? Come on, Jim.
I mean, I don't want to mispronounce my Japanese brothers.
I think you made him up.
Number 8, I got the Nigerian Nightmare in there at number 8.
Who is that? FA?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Wow, top 10.
Top 10. We're going top 10 pound for pound. Not
Yeah, pound for pound. Yeah, pound. You don't see no fat on him, do you? Let me see.
That's wow.
Number 7, I got a guy that nobody wanted to fight in his prime. He's still in the top 10, in my opinion, pound for pound. Billy Joe Saunders.
He
just got blown out of the water.
He just got blown out by Canelo.
Well, he's still. Was he undefeated before then? He's a great.
He has
fighter.
a busted eye socket and quit in the last fight against Canelo.
And so will Charlo if he get in there with Canelo.
Oh my God.
Number 6, I got to go with Loma in there at number 6. Number 5 is a guy that's a great fighter. You got to have Terrence Crawford in your top 10.
Of course.
I got him number 5. Number 4, I don't think we'll get any arguments with this one. I think me and Claudio both love Edgar Berlanga.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
16-0 with all 16 knockouts in the first round.
I just saw a sparring session. He got knocked
Jim likes
out.
him.
Wow.
Jim likes
Well,
him.
where you be getting all this?
I'll send you the clips.
The black TMZ?
I'll send you the
Where you
clips.
getting this, man?
I have spies in every camp.
Well, this is a guy down that's a super middleweight. So why don't some of your boys call him out? He give him that work.
Well, when he stops getting hurt in sparring sessions and steps up competition.
16-0 with 16 first
I'm still
round
waiting.
KOs?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for an opponent with a winning record.
Well, here's the opponents he's fighting. They're professional fighters.
That's real high on the list. Wow.
All right, number 3. He could even have been a little higher. This is how much talent he got. Little Muggsy Bogues, Tank Davis.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Again.
Pound for pound.
And in my sparring session, he gave work to Earl Spence, but I guess you don't want to talk about that.
Who?
You didn't see that? Oh, Davis gave Spence that work.
No.
Yeah.
No. I saw this.
Like both them eyes. That's why he wrecked that car.
Right. Oh, here you go.
He couldn't see after the tank work.
Listen, all I know is Spence gave that work to Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather admits that.
Well, Floyd Mayweather 60 years old.
No, back when Floyd was Floyd, he said Earl Spence is the next one.
Well, that's because he's not promoting him.
Yeah, he's not promoting him. He's not under Mayweather promotion.
He said the same thing about the boy from Cincinnati that's in and out of jail.
Adrian
Broner. Yeah, he said the same thing about Broner.
No.
First 5 times he went to jail, after they let him go.
Leave AB alone. Free AB. Is he locked up again? Free AB.
But number 2, and I don't think we'll argue about this. This is one of the all-time greatest fighter in the world. He's got 8 brothers. 7 of them was professional fighters. 1 was a world champion, turned pro at 15. Canela Alvarez, number 2 on my list. And I don't think anybody would be surprised. Again, historically, he's in the top 6, in my opinion, heavyweights of all time. Anthony Cassius Clay Joshua, pound for pound beast.
Listen, on my list, I don't have anybody that quit in a fight. But here's some of your boy. I don't see much Cassius Clay out there. No. I don't see him with any kind of movement.
Hey, guys, happy he just beat him up. He was hugging him.
I don't see. Where's the Muhammad Ali that you're talking about, Jim?
No bolo, no shuffle.
Jim, where's the Ali part? It's a question, Jim. What do you mean?
The Olympic gold medal.
Oh,
three belts.
Okay, all right.
Young guy.
You don't have Tyson Fury in yours either. Huh? You don't have Tyson Fury in there.
Why are you guys putting heavyweights in a top pound for pound?
Pound for pound.
I don't put heavyweights in my pound for pound. Because I don't think any of these heavyweights right now deserve to be in there for one.
Even Cassius Clay?
Listen,
I think Fury did enough. Fury did good that first fight. And he beat Wilder in the second fight.
But Wilder wasn't in the top 10, right? But so Fury beats him, so now Fury's in the top 10? Wow. Okay. That makes, logically I don't understand that, but okay.
My list, number 10A, See, it's an inside joke because Jim always does 10A, 10B. He didn't do it this time, though.
I was shocked.
But 10A is, I can't say his name, it's MANNYPA, Manny Pacquiao. I got to go with Manny Pacquiao. I got to give him respect.
Still, 42.
He beat Thurman, not Dennis Thurman. Who
Keith
the hell was
Thurman.
Dennis
He
Thurman?
beat Keith
He was
Thurman.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
he did beat Keith Thurman to
Okay,
get that
he did beat Keith
WBA
Thurman.
belt.
All
You're right.
Then I'm going to go with Lomachenko, Lomachenko, number 10, B. I got to put him in there. 9 is Josh Taylor, and one more fight away from being in the top 5. One more fight away from being in the top 5. I like Josh Taylor a lot. And I like the way he moves. He doesn't get hit. He's hard to hit, and I like the way I like where he's going. He's still young, and he's got a lot of room to get even better. He's got some pop in his hands.
I don't like some of his shorts, but,
No.
the short design could use some
We got to
updates.
fix those up. I got Anthony Joshua, number 8. Terrence Crawford, number 7, only because I've had Terrence Crawford higher, but I want to see him fight better competition.
Facts.
That's the only reason why I got him at 7. Tank Davis with an arrow going up. I mean, I like the way, I like his attitude. I was worried about him before, as I said before. Is he looking at Mayweather and saying, oh, man, I want that, or I want to act like this, or I want to do this or that, kind of like Broner did. Davis is a professional fighter. What I mean by that, he's taking it serious. And he fought a really good fighter in Barrios, and he did what he did to him. So I give him a lot of credit. Davis at 6, climbing up. I like Beterbiev a lot. He is a light heavyweight champ. I just think he's tough. He can take a punch. He can give a punch. Pretty good technically. And I just like him a lot. Fimo Lopez, I think he's great for the sport. I like his antics. I just think he's a super great fighter. So boxing is in good hands with guys like him, young guys like him. Errol Spence, number 3. I give him credit because his first fight back, he could have fought somebody,
a journeyman.
a journeyman.
Yeah, a tune-up, yeah.
Who'd he fight?
Danny Garcia,
who's
and
tough.
dominated.
And he dominated. I give
Little
him a
man.
ton of.
Fought the little man.
But he fought a named guy who was tough. Number
short
2,
arms.
and I wasn't crazy about him. It took a lot of time for me to I guess, give him the proper credit. That's Canelo Alvarez. He's fighting regularly. He's fighting some nice names. He turned me around when he beat Daniel Jacobs. And number 1, I'm really impressed with Tyson Fury.
Oh, no, you got it number 1.
He beat a guy. He was knocking everybody out. He was beating a guy who knocked everybody out. Here's what I like about Tyson Fury.
Oh, my
the first
goodness.
fight, he moved pretty good until he got hit a few times. He needs to focus a little better. But then that second fight, he said, I'm going to knock him out. He used power. So he has ability to hit home runs. He has ability to hit singles. He moves pretty good. He's great for the sport. He's great for the sport, which I think is very important. I think he is because he talks. He's a personality.
Yes.
And one thing, I was talking to Jim and Luther last night, I think it's a shame that guys like Wilder or Fury or any of these guys on this list are not on, but especially right now, let's focus on Wilder and Fury, are not on the late night circuits.
Right.
Okay. I think that these guys people need to know who they are. People need to know the rivalry between the two. I think it'll sell more tickets. Years ago, Ali was on, Frazier was on. They had specials on him on ABC World of Sports.
Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall had guys. Tyson Sugar. You're right. He did. And these guys need to be on TV. These guys need to be. Their stories need to be told. Or if there's a little friction between the two of them on a late night show, that's gonna draw more people, and I think it would bring boxing even higher.
Mayweather change his top 10.
Why is that?
Watching this.
After watching,
Hey, where do you have Cassius Clay at?
I have him number 8.
Number 8.
I have him number 8, which I
Ain't
just
bad.
that's not bad. I mean. He's good. He's good. I don't have him as good as you or as low as you. You know, he's kind of in between there. When Ruiz did what he did to him, which shocked me, I said, man, I couldn't believe Ruiz did that. I don't know if it was more Ruiz's talent or maybe the lack of focus or lack of ability on Joshua. Let me ask you that. I mean, obviously he fought him. He fought a different kind of fight. But do you think Ruiz did what he did to him due to lack of talent or to Ruiz's credit?
I think Anthony Joshua really underestimated Andy Ruiz when he went in there. I think he, was looking forward to maybe facing a big baby. He got a guy who had just fought. He had about 4 weeks' notice and didn't take him seriously. Credit to Andy Ruiz. He went in there, punished him, made Anthony Joshua quit in the fight. So I give it to Andy Ruiz because he got hit with a shot, got up, and then punished Joshua the rest of the fight and made him quit. So I give him a lot of respect.
All right.
But as far as the top 10, I don't have heavyweights on my list because I don't think any of these heavyweights deserve it. I think pound for pound. I think lately I've been more right than both of you guys combined. But here's the thing: I think pound for pound was started for somebody like a Sugar Ray Robinson because his skills were so great. He's pound for pound the best. You could put him in any division with his skills, he'd be the best. So that's part of my reason for not putting these guys on.
And don't they say
there.
about Fury that he fights like a lighter weight?
He beat one guy that you didn't have in the top 10, and now you put him number one.
The way he did it. The way he did it. What I always say.
One guy, but you didn't have Wilder in your top 10 before, right?
No.
And then he beat you before
the fight.
Before the fight, did you
not
have him?
today. Not today. But yes, I've had him in the top 10 before.
I didn't have him in the top 10. Okay, all right. Yeah. But a lot of people didn't have Wilder in the top 10. Fury beats him. Now Fury's in the top 10.
It was the way he did it too.
Okay, it's one fight.
The way he
we'll
dominated.
See. Hopefully, we'll get to see that fight real soon.
I hope so.
And we can get a
Luther has
conclusion.
a chance to look bad this month with Wilder. Who's the other one you said is going to? There's another one.
Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is going for undisputed against Castano. Right. Should be a great fight. July 17th. It's going to be an excellent fight. I can't wait for that one.
And again, if you check my list, I had Andy Ruiz as the number 2 heavyweight in the world. So.
Yeah, you did. All right. Well, we're going to take another break to, well, no, I'm not going to say that. But we're going to take another break. We'll be right back with the boxing authorities. All right, we have a little more fun now. Something I thought about a while back, and that's to build the perfect boxer. Who's the guy with the biggest punch, the best feet, so on and so forth. So we're going to build the perfect boxer. So the first thing we're going to do is the best feet. Who bounced nice? And what I mean by this is this. When in February, I believe it was February 11th, 1990, Buster Douglas was going to fight Mike Tyson. Okay, and Buster was loosening up before the bell rang, and he was bouncing up and down. You could barely hear his feet. He was light on his feet. Then Tyson did it, and he was pound, pound, pound. So somebody who looks good on their feet, somebody who's fluid, athletic. Luther, who you got? Who comes to mind first?
Listen, when I think of best feet, there's one guy I got to speak of. Rest in peace, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. Pernell was nice with it. I loved his footwork. I don't think he gets enough credit. Of course, you could put Ali, you could put a Floyd, you could put a Gilmore Rigondeaux, but I want to put Pernell. I want to put Pernell Whitaker on that list. Give that man his respect. Give that man his respect. Anybody could put those guys on there. I'm putting Pernell Whitaker
light
on
on
there.
his feet now.
Oh.
Okay. All right, we'll move on. I have best feet, Muhammad Ali. I think he's the first guy who really, as he said, floated around the ring. I loved watching Muhammad Ali's feet, the Ali shuffle. Sugar Ray Leonard, great feet. Again, Buster Douglas. But Muhammad Ali, without question, you think of the best dancers. They're not guys who ran, but use his feet effectively. Muhammad Ali.
You didn't put Fury on there? Oh, no Fury.
Anyway, go ahead.
No Fury,
he's on my list. He's on my list. Not the best feet, though.
Well, I got somebody different. The best feet, Cassius Clay.
A.K.A. Muhammad Ali, right?
Ali.
Come on, Jim.
Right. Best chin, Smoking Jim.
Best chin, Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
It's too easy to go with Muhammad Ali for everything.
No, I went with Cassius Clay for the best feet.
Yeah, that's also Muhammad Ali, but okay, Jim, you consider them two different people.
Luth.
I'm going Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Oh, all right.
Listen, he never hit the ground. That one time he barely got touched. I think it was more of a trip. Never hit the canvas. I'm going with Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Rest in peace.
All right. I'm going to go with George Foreman. George Foreman, I seen him in his second reign especially, took some big shots, but against Ron Lyle, who knocked him down, but he got back up. Yeah. But it took a big shot from Ron Lyle to knock him down.
That's true.
I mean, I just thought, but his second run, when he was older, Alex Stewart and what was that one guy's name, the German? Axel Schultz. The guy who Eddie Murphy played in his movie. But what was that show called?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop, yeah. But anyway, George Foreman took some big shots, and he kept coming. Michael Moore hit him with some shots. Evander Holyfield hit him with like 18 consecutive shots. And all you see was this, sweat, and he kept coming.
And he would just put his heads up.
He just kept coming
and covered his whole
Love George
Tommy
Foreman.
Morrison.
Yeah, Morrison
Tommy
hit him
Morrison
hard.
got him,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cooney hit him with some shots.
Yeah.
Smoking Jim, best chin.
I already said Muhammad Ali.
Oh, my
Yeah.
fault. I'm sorry. We're going in order. Okay, Luther, best jab.
I like Tommy Hitman Hearns. I loved his jab. I like Sonny Liston as well. But I got to go with the Hitman, Tommy Hitman Hearns.
To get hit, man.
Hey, but his jab was his jab not nice? Did he not have a nice jab? We're not talking about chin. I didn't put him for chin, but jab, yeah, give me Hitman. Sonny Liston was another guy that I thought about, but I'm going with a Hitman. I'm going
You
with
didn't mention
Hitman.
Larry Holmes.
No.
Smoking.
Best jab I ever seen was Sonny Liston.
Okay. All right, best jab. Luther is going to like this.
Larry Holmes.
No.
Oh.
James Buster Douglas.
Oh.
Watch the Tyson fight. I didn't say he had a long career. I didn't
Oh,
say
goodness.
I'm saying that fight. I've never in my
put
life
everything together that
seen
fight.
a jab like that with a piston quick, accurate, and with power that just snapped Tyson's head back consistently. Just go take a look. I mean, I've never seen a jab like that. Buster Douglas, and Larry Holmes gets a ton of credit. People mentioned smoking jab. Sonny Liston with his jab,
Liston.
obviously, yes. But Buster Douglas with the accuracy, the short, quick jab, and the power behind that jab, unbelievable Buster Douglas jab. Okay, Luther, best power punch.
Man, I'm going to go Foreman. Listen, I say Foreman because, he was a power puncher in the 70s. Retired,
Very
came
good,
back.
yeah.
He was a power
Yes, he
puncher
was.
in the
Excellent point.
90s.
Excellent point.
People talk about power lasting to the 12th round. His power lasted 20 years.
Great line.
And
Very good.
when he knocked out Michael Moore from around Pittsburgh, these parts with that big right, I said, man, he still got it. Power puncher, lasted his whole career.
Excellent
20 years. George Foreman, give me his power. I'll take my chances against anybody.
Smoking Jim.
Well, George Foreman knocked out Michael Moore, the 11th or 12th round.
He was 60.
Tua did it in 30 seconds. So,
How old was he?
around Pittsburgh.
Quit hating on my pick. How old was he? That was old.
It was coming. Hold up.
And I was at a bar when the guy
I
in
knew that was
Charleroi beat him, but
I knew that was coming.
You didn't help the champ? You just took out your camera, Jim? Come on.
I love Michael Moore, but
I knew that was coming.
The best power puncher is a guy that could hit just as hard in the first round as in the 15th round.
Foreman.
And he could have done it in the 20th or 25th round, and that was Rocky Marciano. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you shear teeth off, you crack foreheads, bust jaws, put teeth inside the gums, and you were only 5'10". His heaviest fight was 188, his last fight against the great Archie Moore. Rocky Marciano, in my opinion, and they said they did a test after he fought Walcott, won. They had him punch into some sort of machine like they did Drago in Rocky IV. And they said that it was the equivalent, his punch was the equivalent of a armor-piercing bullet.
Was it at Star Wars?
That would have been better then. It would have been better then.
Computers they
But
have
without
back
question, Rocky Marciano did the most damage. He retired more people. What did Ali say? He retired more people than Social Security.
Yeah.
But I got to go with Rocky Marciano. But George Foreman and Luther really put it better than I've ever heard it. I give you credit, Luther.
Yeah.
When he said
Appreciate that.
people say, your power goes with you as you get older. Luther hit it on the head. He said it better than I am. In decades, in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and he could still do it in the
Luther
2000s.
didn't see George till the 90s.
I saw him in the 70s.
And he was better his second run.
Grandpa, I saw him
He
in the
was
70s.
better. He was better in the second run. Better in the second run. All right. Best hands. Quickest hands.
Speed-wise, I want to put this guy in here because I want to put him on my list. I like Manny Pacquiao.
Ooh.
Listen, I want to put
All right.
I want to put him in there because he's 42. I saw him training. He still has that speed. I don't know whether it's whatever people say about Manny. I love his hand speed. I want to make sure I get Manny Pacquiao on my list.
All right.
Special fighter.
Smoking.
Well, we ain't shadow boxing. For me, you got to have fast hands, but you got to be accurate. You know what I mean?
Excellent point.
And the most accurate guy with his hands, everything he threw, he connected, was Alex Arguello.
Alexis Arguello.
Yeah, Alexis. I'm sorry.
A-L-E-X.
Help him out. We're going to get you the Floyd Mayweather classes by the next show, Jim, so you don't have to keep spelling stuff. You and Floyd.
I think that one guy that he spelled his name, he might be somebody we know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You mixed up a couple letters.
Fastest hands I've ever seen, Sugar Ray Leonard. April 1987 against Marvelous Marvin Hagler in the corner. Marvin's hitting. All of a sudden, Sugar Ray not only hit him in the face, hit him in the body. Again, in all honesty, we're doing this nice list. I don't know if you can't put Sugar Ray Leonard on every single thing here.
Yeah. Sugar Ray, Ali.
Is there a list for phonies?
I like Sugar Ray. I like him in the ring.
Sugar Ray is the truth.
You know what?
Stop that.
I gotta say,
Stop that. Sugar Ray.
I've heard good things about him out of the ring from Donnie Lalonde, from Vinny Pass, from June Birchfield. I've heard nice. I'd love to meet Sugar Ray. He's had impact on my life. I love Sugar Ray Leonard. But I know you're not too crazy about it.
I love Sugar Ray.
Best hands I ever saw. The best left hook. Luther.
Ooh, I thought, I didn't get that. Best left hook.
Your printer didn't print it out.
I'm like, best left hook.
Shouldn't take you long to get that
Let's
one.
go to Jim first. There's a couple guys I'm
Joe
thinking
Frazier.
All right. Me, Jerry Cooney, with that size. And again, Foreman said it. Larry Holmes said it. Jimmy Young said it. Ron Lau said it. He with his size. I mean, Frazier obviously had a fantastic left hook.
Does Luther know what a left hook is?
That's why he was wanted to wait a little bit. And he can't say Errol Spence has a good left hook, so he's trying to find somebody else. But again, when you're that size, 6'6", and you throw it the way he did, and look what he did to Ken Norton. Cooney had, in my opinion, the best left hook that I've seen. Luth.
I'm going to go with Jim Frazier. Yeah, that left hook has rocked a lot of guys other than George Foreman, but it's knocked a lot of guys out. We agree when you're right.
You're allowed to pick a white guy for something. You know what I mean? Somewhere along the line, we could pick an Italian guy somewhere. But anyway.
My list is versatile, Claudio.
All right. Who had the best looking body? Who was built the nicest? I mentioned Ken Norton, who in his day, man, love Ken Norton. Mandingo, but who do you got?
My list had the best recovery from a punch, but I'll talk about yours.
That's all right. We'll go with that.
We'll go best body.
I got your order here now, but we'll go with best body.
Best body, I would say Mandingo, Kenny Norton. Yeah. Overrated fighter, shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but
I love Kenny. I know what you're saying. I know what
you're saying. You give a shout out and then you throw a low.
He only did good against Ali and Larry Holmes.
Hey, that's all you need. Sometimes those are some great fighters. I'm going to go with Evander Holyfield, man. Cruiserweight, came up to heavyweight. He had muscles on top of muscles. Yeah, I'm going to go with Evander.
I'm going to go with Mike Hercules Weaver. WBA champion, knocked out John Tate with one big shot. Loved Mike Weaver, great guy, built nice, and still looks good. Still looks real good. Okay, next one is the best. Who could recover best from a punch? I'm really curious to see about this one from Luther. In other words, somebody who can take a shot, or it doesn't have to have the greatest chin, okay, but somebody who could recover from it quick. Example, when Larry Holmes got blasted by Ernie Shavers, he got up. When he got blasted by Mike Weaver and Ronaldo Snipes here in Pittsburgh, got up and dominated those rounds. Ken Norton.
Just the opposite of Roy Jones Jr.
That's old Roy. That's old Roy. We're not talking about prime Roy.
Those guys.
Nobody was beating prime Roy.
Roy.
Nobody was beating prime Roy. Best recovery, I'm going to go with Ali. Fought with a broken jaw, rope-a-dope against the biggest, what I think is the biggest power puncher, George Foreman. Took all that, let him punch himself out and then hit him. Got to be Ali. Ali could be on all of these lists.
Yeah, he's another.
I'm going to go recovery. It's got to be Ali.
Talk about something from your era.
That's my era, old man. Not all of us was alive when Jack Johnson was fighting. Come on, Willard and all these guys fighting 20 rounds.
Knuckles, yeah, right. What do you call it? King's rule. Queensberry rule.
Queensberry rule, yeah.
All right, Jim, what you got?
Well, unlike Luther, I like to throw a white guy in there now and again.
There you
they
go.
deserve it. Tyson Fury.
Oh, boy.
I got to go with Tyson Fury, too.
And
Luther, you made my point when you said that Wilder, he killed him, and he did the Undertaker thing. After he hit him with a right and a left on his way down, finished him with a good left.
So that
he
one
was
punch,
flat,
he's
and he
on
got up, and he
he's on
dominated
the
the right.
all-time list because of that one punch.
Yes.
Okay.
But
You gotta do
again,
more than that to
three
get on
guys:
my list.
Holmes, Ali, and Fury. Those are the three guys that had the best recovery. But I'm going to give it.
Those guys
to,
have a
to
record. He got okay. All right.
I got to go with him. Biggest heart. Who's the guy that took some shots but kept coming, never quit, kept coming. Luther.
I'm going to go with Julio Cesar Chavez.
Who?
Chavez.
J-U-L-I.
Yeah. Chavez, listen, against Mildred Taylor,
yeah.
he was getting punished and punished and punished. You know, he jumped the 12th round, hit Taylor with some punches and got the ref to stop it, and he got punished. But he, you know, no matter what you hit him with, he would keep coming. Too bad, you know, his son's not following in those footsteps right now. But Chavez, listen, Julio was a beast. Yeah. Biggest heart. Also, I would throw Jake LaMotta in there.
All right.
But I'm going to go. My number one would be Chavez.
Jake's a good call.
In high school, you should have took Spanish instead of Pig Latin. But
as many names as you can't spell, I'll make one slip up.
Biggest heart, Jim.
Biggest heart, clearly, same guy that's punch drunk now, Evander Holyfield. Yeah,
Vander was tough for that question. I'm going to go when you get your neck broke, told you're going to be paralyzed, you're never going to walk again. Then they say you are going to walk, but you're definitely not going to fight. That's Vinny Paz. You go to Vinny Paz, go look him on YouTube with the halo.
Man,
he wore the
amazing.
halo so he wouldn't move. What does he do? He trains and he got toned. He got even bigger. Okay, and he had 5 world titles, 3 weight classes. Vinny never stopped. Vinny never took a round off. Not just because he's family to me, not just because of that, but it's the truth. He never took a round off. Fought everybody. His last fight, I said, Vinny, he's going for 50 wins. I said, fight anybody. Fight me. Get 50 wins and get out of there. He said, no, I got to fight somebody good. Why? I got to fight somebody good. He fought Tucker Pedwell, who took Eric Luca, the super middleweight champ of the world, a good distance. So he fought somebody tough, and he won that fight for his final win. But again, biggest heart for me without question is Vinny Paz. Best ring generalship, Luth.
Easy. Floyd Mayweather Jr. He dominated fights, any style that you want. 50, you know, the all-time great. You couldn't touch him. He did what he wanted. You know, he had all-time greats looking like clowns in there. Canelo embarrassed him. Manny had him looking horrible in there.
De La Hoya.
Listen, Zab Judah dominated him when they thought it would be close. Shane Mosley. I mean, this guy is just the best. Ring generalship, it's got to be Floyd Mayweather. Right. Change the name to Floyd Generalship for real.
Smoking.
Well, here's a guy that every fight I ever seen him fight on tape. This is a guy that just comes around once a lifetime. I don't think we'll never see another fighter like him. He beat Joe Louis so bad that Joe Louis was getting ready to get out the ring because he knew he lost, but the judges gave the decision to Joe Louis. Got to be Jersey Joe Walcott.
Very underrated
so
fighter.
Pretty, so pretty.
And he used
Did
to
you
move.
see him too, Jim? You saw all his fights, Jim?
There's a
Picture era? You were there, weren't you, Jim?
Jersey Joe Walcott didn't move a lot. He just moved a little bit, like Dan Marino in the pocket. Dan didn't move a lot, but just enough. And I keep saying Ezra Charles. Jersey Joe Walcott was great. For me, again, Sugar Ray Leonard. I just loved the way he would. He kept his distance, but not enough. Just enough for you not to hit him, but for him to hit you. Moved pretty. I just loved watching that man fight. So for me, him, best showman. And that includes ring entrance, in the ring, all that. Luther.
I'm going to go with the Prince.
There you go.
Prince Ahmed. Yeah. I mean, his entrances was just classic. I used to love seeing him come in, and now he has a son that's fighting as well.
Really?
Yeah, he was just so exciting, man. Those couple years, you would just want to see him, how he's going to come in the ring. He was so exciting. I have to give it to him.
All right. Smoking Jim? And a Prince Nassim Hamed.
Yeah,
I got to say, me too. Prince Nassim, hands down. Okay. Most intimidating. Most intimidating guy. I think that's hands down, but go ahead.
I'm going with Tyson. Yep. I've never seen a grown man look like he was scared of another man walking in. That Michael Spinks fight, he was done. I thought I saw a little liquid come out of his pants before the fight even started. It got to be Tyson to me.
All right. Smoking Jim?
Iron Mike Tyson.
Pop up the guy from Charleroi. I'm going to go with Mike Tyson, too. I'm with Luther on that one. best finisher, the guy who, when he was on the ropes, did not let you off the ropes, finished you off. Luth.
I'm going Sugar Ray, man. He would just get...
Which one?
Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard. Yeah, yeah.
Jim.
Somebody I saw, Jim.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Again, Sugar Ray Leonard again.
Okay.
Who's the guy that gave your money's worth, the most exciting fighter? You know, we mentioned Kalinaki, who he just came in and just started throwing. He took a bunch of punches and gave some. Most exciting fighter.
To me, I'm going to go with Tyson. I mean, it was an event every time he
Okay.
fought.
Yeah,
you didn't know if it
was.
was going to end in 30 seconds or what, but you knew something was coming.
All right.
And you'd be talking about it next week. Oh, here come Tyson. It was Tyson to me.
Jim.
Anybody that drives to the fight in a pink Cadillac is the most exciting. Sugar Ray Robinson, there was only one. 10 years of his best footage got lost. People that say Sugar Ray is pound for pound the greatest fighter of all time, they're right, but they didn't even see the best fights that he ever had. The greatest of all time, most exciting, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Toughest, two guys come to mind. Arturo Gatti. I mean, he took punches, he gave them, he just kept coming. Another guys you mentioned earlier, Jake LaMotta. Jake just kept me, again, Sugar Ray Robinson, the famous fight, you didn't knock me down, Ray. St. Valentine's Day Massacre. But he kept coming, he kept coming. And then might be a tough one, but it isn't for me. Who was the guy who did the best in the ring and out of the ring? And I'm talking about he had commercial.
We didn't give our toughest. You gave your
Oh, I'm
toughest.
sorry. My apologies.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go with Ali.
Sorry
Ali
about
was
that.
the toughest, man. He stayed in there with some
Ali
guys.
was the toughest?
He's the toughest.
What,
to me.
'cause
he fought with a broken
he
jaw.
prayed to Allah?
He sat there with George Foreman. You're saying he wasn't tough?
No, he
Sonny
wasn't the
Liston,
toughest. He
people
wasn't the
thought he was
toughest.
going to
All right.
die in there.
Huh? He wasn't the
Go ahead, Smoke.
toughest.
I'm
got?
saying he's the toughest.
Well, after this, you'll agree with me. Anytime you ride across state line with two blondes.
Oh, Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson was the toughest,
Johnson,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Back when they used to
You
hang
didn't-
black
you didn't-
folks for
I knew
looking
you
at a
saw
white
him,
woman.
Jim, how old are you?
Man,
You probably went
even
to the car.
Muhammad,
He was in the car
with him.
even Muhammad Ali said Jack Johnson was the greatest,
Jack
man.
Johnson.
Real quick.
No,
as we
I
get
thought we
in.
were going people we saw, but you probably were in the car
You
with
did
him.
see him.
I forgot how old you were, Jim.
Total package. Who did the best in the ring and out of the ring? Money, commercials, movies, endorsements, all that. Who you got?
You know what? I'm not going to go with the typical answer. I'm going to go with George Foreman, man.
Oh,
George
oh,
Foreman.
the grill.
Yeah.
George
Yeah,
Foreman.
yeah.
He's still popular with his
Yep,
grill.
yep,
Matter
yep,
of fact,
yep,
I might go grill now with
All right.
George Foreman grill. I love his career. Great in the ring and out of the ring as a ring announcer in the George Foreman grill.
Very good. Go ahead, Jim.
I'm glad George Foreman came out of retirement when his 10-seat church couldn't pay the rent, and he ended up being a billionaire or whatever he is. But the guy, I always say in basketball, the guy that took it from the court to the boardroom was Michael Jordan, and boxing is Floyd Money Mayweather. I know he's been bankrupt a few times.
Can you
but
say
I'm
that when
going-
you keep filing bankruptcy?
I'm going with Foreman and Sugar Ray Leonard by far. We're going to go to mailbag real quick. We got to do mailbag. Real quick question. Who are the tougher fighters, from New York or Philly?
Man, I'm going to stay.
That's from JJ from Philly.
All right, JJ. I'm going to stay in my state. I think Philly. I'm going to go with Philly. Those guys are tough, man. Joe Frazier, all those guys. And even now,
Hopkins.
Jerron Boots Ennis, Bernard Hopkins, Danny Garcia, J-Rock,
Rocky
Julian
Balboa.
J-Rock. Right.
I was going to say Philly till you mentioned them guys.
Oh, man.
Listen, the Philly fighters are the toughest, man.
All right,
They're
I got to go with PA as well. Hey, hope you enjoyed the show. I know we enjoyed doing it for you. And check us out next time on The Boxing Authorities.